I might need help today because this
Yes.
was not something which we discussed before the episode. She's
Yes.
telling,
When I was in school, it's again not a gender role as such, but it was like, why do guys get to wear pants and I have to wear skirts and struggle in school? I feel like it's a small thing, but I used to be
no, bullshit.
yeah.
I am ready to be a nurturing person if somebody is providing me. I
I
don't
want to be
really
the
think,
provider.
yeah.
Sadly, I would blame a lot of men. I'm going to put that blame right now because hello everyone, welcome to Virtually Unfiltered. I'm Kaveri.
I'm Prajwal Chhatra.
And today is going to be an intro episode. Okay, I'll tell you what that means. Basically,
Even I have to know what does that mean actually.
yeah, yeah. So I am a feminist. If people don't know, people who are close to me will know that. So this is like a prequel before that feminism episode where we talk about gender roles and how it pisses me off. This might end up becoming a debate, so stop me from making it a debate. Okay.
Yeah, I think I might need help today because this
Yes.
was not something which we discussed before the episode. She's
Yes.
telling the different angle in the episode, so
Yeah.
I'm a little scared, but yeah, let's see.
Yeah. Also, I want to show off. Look at my earring. Look at
Oh,
that.
nice. Oh, this is what roadside. Sorry,
Huh?
no, nothing.
What did you say?
No, where did you get it? I don't.
No, Amazon. I don't shop. So
No, I said this is a roadside
roadside.
shopping. I
It will be
asked.
good only. In roadside, it will be better than
Yeah,
in
yeah.
places. So
No, yeah, I remember. Goggles, I remember. Yeah. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Before we go
Yeah, yeah.
detour, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, you start because I don't know what to bring up first here. Okay, more than anything, let's see. What do you think is a gender role? As a top-down view, like what do you think it is, or why it might have started? All of those things.
Okay. You have put me in spotlight here.
I want you to
I
give
think
the
I
intro
have
because
a.
I don't know what to say.
I think I have a no. I think it's either gender role or gender rules. I
Yes,
think a rule.
in hand.
Basically, my understanding is a certain gender is expected to behave a certain way, act a certain way, do a certain things, and that's already predefined. That's basically what is like. For example, for men, it is always told like men don't cry. I think that's one of the most common phrase which is used like men don't cry, and women is supposed to be like all these rules and regulations what have been defined for the people. That is basically the gender roles is, and I think most of them which have been defined is that very olden age people
Thought process.
who were in the. I think most of the sadly I also feel most of the rules were defined by men back then. So
Yes.
it is like women are supposed to be a certain way, men are supposed like men decided how exactly everybody needs to be done there. And also I think there were, my understanding is there were a certain kind of men like the machoism, the like the what they call, my friend uses a very common term which is called as
Alpha
I'm
male.
not getting it. Huh?
Alpha male.
Kind of those. I
Yeah.
think there's a like there is a thing where men are supposed to be a certain way. I don't really see like the rules what have been defined are only problematic to women. I agree there is problematic, but I think there is, it's also in a certain way problematic to men also. So you define and you put a man in a particular box, woman in a particular box. For me, whoever doesn't fall or fit into that particular box always have these issues with these kind of things. So that's my whole understanding of what exactly we are
Yeah.
gonna probably talk today.
Yes. I mean, I do agree with you where it started out with those days where, like, typically in the past, it was more of like the man is the one who goes and works outside, and the woman stays at home, looks after the house. Because that time it was not like. Also, I think one more point I had to add was it's not like there were so many fields. Like, an example is there were no like specific uh, jobs for being a cook, for being a cleaner at home. Like, it started out over time. There was no this thing for that, as well as like nannies. These were not very normal. It was like the family used to look after the kids and do all these things. So it was a family based thing. So today there are jobs for all of them, and I feel like people have not really, a lot of people have not really, again, not everyone, it's a known thing, not everyone, but it's like majority of the people, they'll not really think, okay, this is not how life is today. Like, past, I understand to a certain extent. I still have a lot of issues with those. Let me not talk about those. But today things have changed. So I think the thought process has to change as well.
So did you what? Okay, if I have to start with, what was your first understanding of a particular gender rule from your childhood? Like, what was the first thing which you felt or which you heard that you are supposed to do a certain way or you are supposed to be a certain way? What was your first introduction into the whole gender definition into the world? Like, there are definitions. I think you get to do
Mhm.
it from your child. This, for example, the simplest example is the toys, like or the play what you do. So, what a guy is expected to do and what the girl is expected to, I think that also is the initial introduction of you of how a woman should be.
Okay, I
So,
don't relate to these things because luckily in my house, I think the reason I'm a feminist is also because I have been given the leeway to be whatever. In fact, when I was a kid, I had more of these Lego toys, cars, and stuff. I hated Barbie dolls. So, yes, I did have soft toys and stuff, but there was no like gender specific toys that I had. They were mostly like random things like Legos. I think everyone used to play, but mostly guys used to play, at least at that point, if I'm not wrong. Cars, I used to love playing with cars. So those kind of things. Kitchen set also I had. So I don't know. Like I don't think when I was a kid I even realized these gender rules, roles, all those things.
but
I think
maybe in school or something, haven't you have any place where you felt like, oh, why is it like this, or why we are doing a certain way and why the other person is not doing a certain way, or something like that? So basically, my idea comes from a place where I think when we are playing in the school, when we went to play the sports period or something, when you go out for doing the sports period,
yeah, yeah.
boys were expected to probably play football.
Yes.
So that's what majoritarily done by boys. But the girls used to play that maybe like ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಮುಟಾಟ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡು.
Coco and all of those things. Yeah, yeah.
uh, yeah, that's where also somewhere I feel that's also an initial introduction of okay, you can't really maybe do the coco. I'm not saying it is not doing that, but it's not actually welcomed also back then. If you wanted to play coco probably, and a girl wanted to play probably cricket or football, I don't think so. It was that easy to make that switch without being judged, without being questioned.
I think I never like when I was a kid, I never felt any of the gender roles because it doesn't didn't exist in my life back then.
No,
Because
but
we
I'm
were
saying
playing
not
games.
just for in your school. Nowhere you felt
I
this.
mean, maybe I never put thought to it because that I don't remember much scenarios, but it was more of like everyone played every game. Like if I wanted to play cricket, I could. Like it was not a problem. If I wanted to play volleyball or something, I could play with people. And I feel I remember also because one of my friend used to love to play cricket and all of those things. I was not a cricket person, that's different. But she used to go play, and it was not a big deal. So I feel like only thought that came in when I was in school. It's again not a gender role as such, but it was like, why do guys get to wear pants and I have to wear skirts and struggle in school? I feel like it's a small thing, but I used to be
No,
like,
I
why
think
should I
that's
worry?
also. I think that's also. If
Huh,
you see, it's a gender role, right? Men
huh.
wear pant is something which people do have, and now the
Yes.
things have changed. But I don't think so. In the back then in the school, it was okay for girl. Actually, it would have been very weird for you alone to be wearing pants and going.
No, I don't think
I
it's
think
allowed. It's not even allowed as a
yes,
uniform.
yeah,
So
that's the pre-definition of a
it
particular.
starts from there. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Finally, thank God, thank God. I was trying to bring in stories to make you relate to something. School में कुछ हुआ होगा, घर में कुछ हुआ होगा, neighbors के साथ कुछ हुआ होगा.
I
You're
think
like, नहीं
after
नहीं,
college it
I
started.
was in heaven.
No, I think after coming to like 11th, 12th, and then college is where everything started, or maybe
I
I
think
never
that's
had the
related. I think
mentality to realize. Sorry?
no, but I think I kind of always felt there was a thing. As in, now when I think back at it, I do see a lot of places where things were defined a certain way, which was gender specific. And all. Now I get it. Back then, definitely you don't really know. You feel that's
Yeah.
how it is supposed to be. The one of the example is
Correct.
the sports thing. It's
Yes.
not like I wanted to play coco. I didn't want it to play any sport. Basically,
Correct.
I
Correct.
just
Yeah.
wanted to relax. But the whole point of I still remember an embarrassing moment where they pushed me to play by baseball. Bat was going
Oh.
somewhere, ball was going somewhere, and the sir saying, "What the hell are you doing?" And then I realized, like, I could see when I look back at it, I was in a co-ed education, right? Like,
Correct.
when I look back at it, in the playground, I could only see boys around me.
Yeah. Okay.
There were like girls played at different plays and stuff like this.
I
And
think
also,
also the
I think,
difference is we are in a little bit of a different generation. Maybe that's also the
yes.
gap that we have.
Thank you,
I am
Kapili.
not
Thank
trying to. Oh my
you.
God.
Yeah. So, but also I remember saying, in a way, like I think, like for example, I still do that. I get very comfortable or being become very friendly with girls faster than boys. I
Hmm.
think it's also that I had a lot of friends who were girls and all. Back then, also, I don't know. I was like, when I tried to sit with lunch with them, and there were a lot of scenarios where I felt I was judged because I did not really fit the bill of what how exactly the normal should be.
Yeah.
So I think there was a lot of. I think that also comes from a place where you are supposed to act like this, you are supposed to behave like this, you are supposed to do these things. I think those are the things which kind of added, and I think that was there for me when the childhood actually.
And
And I
even
could
I
see
think
now when I think back at it, yeah.
no, no, I think one more thing is what I noticed when, like, after you said, I realized was mostly guys were the ones who were hit. Like, it's sad. Like, again, feminist means doesn't mean I am against men. It's just trying to say everyone has problems. So I want to bring that
Thank you for
out.
addressing that. Yeah,
Yeah.
people, yeah.
No, because people don't understand. Feminist means they're like, oh, women are better than men. That's not the case. But yeah, so the point was mostly when in school, the guys were the ones being hit by the teachers, where girls, even though they did the same mistake as a guy, she was not being hit. I feel no, both of them should not be hit. That's true. But
Oh,
sometimes
acha.
guys are
No, no. I
classes.
think
Yeah.
we had a teacher who made no distinction. She
That's
hit
women
both boys and
teachers.
girls.
If there is a man who's a teacher, will never hit a girl, which makes sense. But yeah.
No, but I'm not. Okay, this also could be a gender rule, right? Like, okay,
Yeah.
men are supposed to be softer, boys are hard enough to take this, and also, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's not like you do not have, but I think you might have to sit and think of, okay, was
Yes.
that actually because of a certain thing? But I think in everybody's childhood, you would. I think this starts with childhood. This is how it is done.
Yeah. It's
You
also
do.
molded into your like mind. It's like slowly crept into your mindset
Yeah.
and you realize, oh,
So
this is how it
you
is.
would have been told to do a certain thing because you are a boy or you are a girl without actually telling that word. Hey, don't do like
Yeah.
this. Hey, don't stand like this. Oh, hey, don't. I think that's also a rule which has been defined. I think that's when actually it starts developing. And as you get older, you either adapt and fully accept what is happening or you start questioning. I think we are on the side where we are actually questioning why a certain thing is a certain way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I have points. Okay, so first thing is I think which we both do know, like it's like if someone is a man, they are supposed to be the provider or the protector, and if there is a woman, she has to be like the nurturing, looking after, and all of those things. What are your thoughts? Anything open to discussion?
Bullshit. I
Yeah,
am ready to be a nurturing person if somebody is providing me. I
I
don't
want to be
really
the
think.
provider.
Yeah. See, I'm like, I don't think so. This is something which is. I get the point where when it started, it was like that. Like I said, like people wanted basically no power with women. That's why they did not really let them out of the house.
Yes,
And like you being outside, you being the updated, you being able to do whatever you want to do gets you more power. I
yes,
think the whole point of you being independent gives you more power is something I think this is drawn from the similar point is what I feel. And
yes,
I don't think so. I don't not at all think. See, I also feel like when I draw something with this particular thing, basically, when it comes to girls, it's not really thought about how where do you see yourself in 10 years. If it is happening, it's great. But somewhere
mm,
it is always seen the career graph grows till they have a baby,
mm,
then
yes,
there is definitely a break which comes in most of the people, and that's how it is being thought also. So
yes,
when I talk to a lot of people, it doesn't go beyond the break, but the same thing doesn't happen with guys, right? So
yeah,
that's where the whole idea is drawn, where the guy has to be provider and he has to be the one who is working till the 60. Nothing wrong with that. And the woman being the nurturing part, I feel both can be nurturing and both can be providers. Like I get to the point, like we can't give birth, but you could do everything else other than giving birth, right? What is
yes,
stopping you from actually doing that? And
yes,
the same thing goes to men, right? Like who is stopping them from actually working? We are like women are capable more, if not equal, if they are like they are definitely more capable and capable of doing a lot of things, and it's also proven. I think they do decisions, they do take decisions well, they do handle things well, and at the same time, it's also a known fact that guys are the better cooks sometimes. Like people love, like there are like bigger. So I don't really understand how this definition comes into the picture.
yeah.
Sorry, one breath shots for mine. Yeah, please.
No, I agree with you. Also, again, it was mostly men who were deciding the roles back then. So they went with the role which gives them freedom back then. So again, like I think today also, if we do blame, like I feel like there's a lot of a lot of women in social media or in general, they'll be like, I hate men and all of that. I think people don't realize it's because it has come from so many years and it's suppressed for so long. Now it's coming out. So sadly, the people who didn't really be the people who suppress the women, they have to deal with those consequences. It's really sad. I agree. So again, one more thing is which I really want to bring out is back then or today, whatever, there is still a lot of men who think that they have to be the providers and protectors and all of that. And if that's the case, good, as long as the person you're going to be with is also okay with whatever roles you're with. Because we as a
Yeah,
people
this is
cannot
not a
decide for you.
question on.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is not a question on men who just want to be a provider and
Yeah.
women who just want to be a nurturer or something.
Yeah. It should be a
But this
choice,
is the,
not, yeah,
yeah, this is the point where a man cannot push a
a
woman who
woman
wants
to
to
be
be a
certain way.
provider into
Yes.
just being a nurturer, and the other way also.
Yes.
Women can't just expect
Yeah.
men to
It's
provide
same.
him
Yes.
completely with like not that. I think that it's more to do with that. Yeah.
Correct. And even one thing is, if you, sadly, I would blame a lot of men. I'm going to put that blame right now because being a provider, protector, all of those things, I don't think women are protected in this world because we are the people who have to be scared. Like, even taking an auto in the morning, I have to share my location or be worried where I'm going. If there's one extra left turn taken instead of the right, I have to be like, am I going the right direction? I don't think men have to worry about that
That,
many
yeah.
things.
Sadly, I will make a statement here. I think
Yeah.
it's not generic again.
Yes.
Again, we are worried as if we will go viral right this moment and people will say cancel us. No, but I feel the whole idea sometimes I feel it's like protect your woman is what people hear. They
I don't
don't
think that has
really
happened
protect
either,
it.
right? Because there were so many
No,
sexual assaults in
yeah.
general. So I don't think they played their
नहीं, I
role right
think
either.
I come from a place where they say घर में बहन नहीं है क्या is what normally people use when they get shit out. So they are only worried about their wife and their sister, not
Yeah.
somebody else's sister.
No,
So
but
I think
again,
that comes from yeah.
it's more of they are worried about them in the like thought process of what society will think, and not really like what my sister or mother or any woman in the family really want. I don't think they never bothered about what they wanted to do in life. They were just like, okay, this is how it
I
should
think
be.
now time has changed.
Now
I don't
it's
think so.
changed.
It's
Yes.
exactly the same, but yeah, there
But still,
definitely
the
there was a
progress is
phase.
very slow. I have to be this thing there. And I feel like we don't even realize, including me, I'm not saying just other people. Like, even though I say I'm a feminist, there are so many things I'll be like, oh, it's a man's job. Like, without realizing mentally, you know? I feel like people should call that out, whether it's me, whether it's you, anyone. I feel like if there is some
Yeah.
process, it should be
See,
called out.
I think recently I have started this whole point of discussing things with people, discussing moral compass with people, a lot of things. That's
Yeah.
when I self introspect, I feel when my sister comes here, when my mother comes here, we don't really ask for each other, but that happens. Where I came from office, I just sat and
Mm.
I asked her to give me food. She bought me the food and other
Yeah.
things.
See?
Where
Yeah.
she also went out and she came back, and this is not like we both are not complaining, but I
Correct.
feel at the same time I don't realize I also am
Oh, it's a,
expecting her to do
yeah.
this. If she
Correct. Correct.
does it out of love, great.
Yes.
And I do something in return and that balance. But if I am expecting her to do this, then also it's basically the rules what has been defined for us.
Yeah.
Without even realizing, we kind of fall into the same thing. Again, if there is no complaint, okay. But I think somewhere the entitlement comes and then it becomes like a problem.
Yeah, I think that's also the case where we like I don't have siblings also. I'm the only kid. So I feel like that siblings, especially it happens even when you're kids. I think that would have happened where the girl, even though she's younger, older, it doesn't matter. She'll be the one to be told to get some water or get that thing from there and not the boy in that house. So I think it starts from such young age that people have to be conscious more. I feel like that is the main
No,
thing
but
now.
I think, yeah, I think that's also very tricky in terms of how we are taught. I think now definitely we have to be conscious and we have to pass it on to the next generation. Yeah,
Yeah.
we went from Bangalore to Rajasthan. Let's come
Yeah.
back. So next, in terms of topic, I have a question of like the dates and relationship. Not,
Yes.
I think it is on a similar theme of provider
Princess
and the
treatment
thing, but I
also.
think it's like who pays on the dates, who
Yeah, we'll link to
proposes,
the
who
princess treatment
compromises.
video as well for this.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think we have to mention which video because in recently I was editing one of the video where it said we will put the clip card. What clip card? Which
Oh,
videos clip card? I had no.
I put
Oh, is it, sir? Yeah. Oh, yes. Going back to the topic of who plays on the dates, who proposes, who compromises, do you think there should be a definition there, or do you think what
I have
exactly
an
is it?
opposite point of view here where First thing is in terms of dates, I feel like both of them have to pay, at least in the initial phases, for two reasons. One is, I'm not even talking in terms of the roles. Just in case the guy pays, I'm telling you from my perspective, if the guy pays, I'll feel I'm obligated to go on a second date so that I pay and make it equal. That should never come into a thought process, because you never know, like, if we'll actually end up bonding with each other, like each other, any of those things. But it kind of adds to your mind where, oh, I haven't paid. Also, I feel like this comes up because I'll be like, oh, I don't want that gender role to come in, first of all. Maybe that's also the thought process where it comes, okay, I have to pay the next time so that we are equal. Maybe that is where it comes. One is in terms of payment of the, like, after that, I feel like dates, it's more of, again, people say, after they're married or they're dating, usually the guy pays. I don't think that's right. Like, when both of them work, I feel like both of them should pay for dates based on who goes on dates, or maybe alternate, or have a joint account, something like that. I don't agree with that traditional thought process of men have
No,
to.
but I think I'll add something here before I forget to
Yeah,
add
yeah.
that point. I think after marriage dates, it should be both surprising each other. Once he pays, once
Yes.
she's paid,
Yeah.
or irrespective of gender, whoever,
Yes.
whatever the couple type is.
Yes.
One person has to pay, the other time the other person. It's basically
It's,
about.
yeah.
It's not about that, right? Yeah. Please
Correct.
continue.
Yeah. So that in terms of this, and when it comes to like proposing, did I miss any other point in between the
No,
proposal? And yeah, so I think proposing, if I do find someone and all of that, I have
if
the
no,
so
when do you
when
find some? Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
when yeah, the telling I remember. So I want to be the one proposing for some reason. Like, I would love that, but I feel like I would want to be the one being like doing those big big gestures. Again, it'll not be in front of the world, all of those things, but I want to be the one, because I don't know. I feel like that will feel more special to a guy, because sadly that's kind of expected for a guy to do it, and I
Yeah,
don't
I
want
feel
that
there
to
is
be
too
done.
much pressure on guys to actually do
Yeah.
all these things. The pressure of being the, I think I will come back from pressure of being the protector.
Yes.
Pressure, like you are protecting someone, you are actually
Yeah.
supposed to pay for something, you have to plan the proposal. And
See,
if you get
one.
rejected in proposal, you can't even cry because men don't cry.
Okay, this is
So
too much.
the
See,
whole,
it's so sad. Yeah. No, but again, coming to the protector, I feel like they still sadly have to be the protector because of the kind of world that exists out there. I'm not saying like, olden days kind of protecting. I'm just like supportive level of protecting. It's like, did you reach home? Are you safe? Like those kind of
no,
things.
but I think that, again, when you say that kind of thing, that could be done either way. I think
Yes.
that's more
Yeah,
on a
but
care
again,
angle than a protection angle.
but if it's like 12 a.m. in the night and I'm coming home, I'm, of course, like, a girl can ask me, did you reach home safe? And you can ask me, did I reach home safe? But if I say no for some reason, you will be the one coming instead of her, because she will also have to put her own life at danger to come
No,
and
but
take.
I feel you'll be surprised. It could be other way around. I'm not like not with my example.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying it could be like no, but I meant in a way of relationship. If you have to take
Ha,
that
relationship. Yes,
protection,
yes.
it could be either way. I think that is not exactly the protection, but I get the point
Yes.
where you're
Yeah,
coming
yeah, yeah.
from. Yes,
Now I feel like
propose.
conscious level. Yeah, sorry. Continue.
No, we'll have to. We are thinking of doing like new style set. No, no,
Yes.
I have
No,
to
no, no.
get your notice to this point. No, no, you
Yeah,
can't
we
go somewhere
discussed
else.
this
Come
before.
here.
We are like, okay, stop.
Yeah. Proposals and compromises.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what are your opinions on the proposal
Yeah.
thing? Like,
No, I think
pay-
pay wise, I also believe to the point
yeah.
where I think it should be either one paying. I think in Princess versus thing, we also had this thought that somebody should offer first and all. I still
Yes.
believe, say, I
Yeah.
don't still think that. I don't mind if the other person, when I go out offering and I say no, and I don't think so. I want that also to happen. Like if we are shifting, yeah, we have difference of opinion here in
Yeah.
terms of that.
Yeah.
But I feel it doesn't matter to me, and I think it should be always shared. At least when you unless you do not have a joint account, I think it should be always shared. If the
Yes.
finances are different, if you are not exactly at the place where the money is the same, I think till then it should be paid. And the
Please
proposals
offer
also,
though, irrespective of anything, please offer. It's just out of courtesy and formality. It's like, hey, manik
yeah,
bandogi, they say, no, that
both
type. Yeah,
both
both,
both should
both.
offer.
Both should offer.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Then it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not
And
saying
I
one.
think and the proposals also, I think it depends. Like you said, I don't think so. There should be one gender or one particular person who is expected to do should do it. It doesn't matter. There is sometimes people say he should do it first or something. Even I don't believe that. See, it's not like only he will be marrying you. Aren't you not marrying the
Yeah,
person? So,
exactly.
and I feel I want to close this with saying everybody can propose. Let him
Yeah.
propose first, you propose next, or you propose first, he will propose next. I think the pressure
Especially,
should
I
be
don't
equal
like
in both of them.
those reels. Have you seen where like the girl will be like, I'm waiting for him to propose, he has still not proposed. I'm like,
Yes.
you
Why?
propose. Yeah.
Why? So the whole idea is you don't want to marry, is it? Like, as in he wants to marry only if he proposes, you get to. Now I get to the point where you say like, okay, I'm not sure he's ready or not, but I think if
Correct.
you think he's ready,
You
you
can you
propose.
yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We can keep going on things. So we are switching topics in between.
Yeah, we have a self timer in head.
Yeah, in the yeah, I think we also did touch upon, cooking, cleaning, and looking after kids. But
I
again,
think
those are
that's yeah.
also, yeah. So, okay, what do you think the modern gender roles are, should be, whatever?
Um, I think I'm a little lost here. Basically, no,
Okay,
I think
for
that
me
it
to get,
should be fluid in a way. Yeah, you can
yes.
start. Yes.
No, I think that's what. Here, there shouldn't be roles, is what I feel. Modern gender roles should be there are no roles or rules for anyone to follow because everyone is open to do whatever they want. And I feel like today we are in a stage where every single person, irrespective of gender, should be considered as an individual and not a specific gender. Like previously, I think it's always like the lady used to be defined based on this person's daughter or wife
Yeah.
or sister. There was never like even I think that again that point I forgot to mention initially where even today in all the forms, government forms that you fill, it'll ask you daughter of or wife of. There is no individuality that comes in. You become Mrs. or Miss. So again, all I am against that. But irrespective of that, today it should be like I want to be a person who wants to stay at home, look after kids, look after the house. If it's my choice, please do it. If a guy wants to do that, please do it. Cute. Those guys are very cute though. House husbands. So, but if you want to be the one like going out working because it's a choice, please do that as well. Like if both of you want to work, both of you want to stay at home, of course earn money someone, but if both of you want to stay at home,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Both want to stay. Both want to. Who will give you
Yeah,
money?
yeah, so find
Uh,
some source of income. I don't know how, but do whatever. I feel like stop putting people into any boxes. Their own,
yeah.
they can make their own boxes. Yeah.
I think yeah, this draws back to the same point that I started with. I think the
Yes.
biggest sufferers in this generation is I think is
Yes.
the LGBTQ community
Yes.
because I think that's where I think the biggest problem people have is with the rules for them. I
Yes.
think there are men who actually love wearing makeup.
Yes. Oh
You
my
don't
God.
want to do it.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
do it. But you do
Correct.
not actually push your rules or your ideology onto the people who wants to do it. There are
Yeah.
people who are actually very fluid, very okay with their own
Whatever you
definition
want
of
to do. Yeah.
masculinity and all. The same thing, the girl want to be tomboyish. The girl want to wear pant. Is she asking your pant? Is she stealing your pant which has been no, right? Then why the hell are you having a problem?
Yeah.
I feel the biggest problem or biggest people who suffer, like I said, is them. They
Yes.
do not have or they do not fit into any kind of box. And then the whole rules kind of comes and fucks up with their whole idea. And you think you define something and you think according to you it should be a certain way. And then you push the same thing in there, like, oh, no, how can you be like this and all?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, like you said, you put it very nicely where let them be whatever they are. Let them be the individual. It is troubling you personally. It is actually making you not breathe. Your oxygen pipe is closed because
Yeah.
somebody is wearing something. The boy is wearing a makeup. You are not able to breathe. The girl is wearing
Then
chuddy
okay,
pants. You
talk
are not
out. I
able to.
understand, but
Then we can think about it. If it is not causing anything to you, then I don't think so. You should be actually bothered at all.
yeah. And it's in fact, I think there are so many people who cannot support. Keep quiet. It's okay. You don't have
Yeah,
to
don't
support.
support.
Just keep
No,
quiet.
nobody is
Yeah.
actually bothered about the support also. Like
Because
people
they
go
try
into
to
their
go
house and
against.
actually do
Yeah.
this. No, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So I think we kind
Yeah.
of went into the closer mode. I think I had one more topic which I wanted to talk about. I was like, oh, let's all be happy. Let's keep this happiness going. No, no, no. I had one more thing
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
I think the workplace something we haven't defined. Like, so the whole workplace thing. What do you think? Women being opinionated is considered like, maybe she is hormonal. That also comes with the gender rules. And men being pushy, it feels like, oh, he's passionate, he is driven. I think that's also a rule which is defined. Women can also be driven. Men can also be hormonal. No, I don't think so. We can be hormonal? I don't know. Can
I
we be?
no, I don't think so.
No, but man can be, yeah, whatever the equivalent of hormonal is. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
your
so
thoughts.
just a fun thing out of this is what I read again. Don't quote me on any research and stuff, but basically a woman having like on her periods, however mood swing she has or however she acts, she's basically acting like a man. That's what it has been found out that they act like
Ah,
men in those times.
ah,
So
okay, very interesting, very
yeah,
interesting. I must tell
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Uh,
I've seen these on reels. That's where I'm quoting it from. So I
no,
am.
we should cut the part where you say you've seen it on reel. People will judge us on the reel, like
Yeah,
ignore
too
it.
many people have
It's
told. It's
it's
okay. It's okay. Yeah, yeah.
it's from journal paper. Yes,
Ah,
please
Janu.
continue.
Yeah, but I feel like that is like it's just an example giving it here. But if someone kicks you in the balls, like to a man, I'm saying, if they could kick you in the balls and you react in a certain way, and they're like, "Hey, look the way he's acting just because he's been kicked in the balls," that's not funny. That's not a valid reaction at all. So just respect people as people for the whatever they're going through, even if they're on their periods. If not, just respect people's opinions. I feel like that's what I have to say.
Yeah, beautiful Kaveri, but I think it would have been a very so good segment for a different episode, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, yeah, very very beautiful thoughts. But what do
But
you think
that's how
about?
it is, right? So,
No, but
sorry.
do you think you have been expected to a certain way? Like, do you the childhood question? I want to ask it for the office also. Do you see that? Do you feel that when you are working? Do you see that there is a sense of difference when you work? And I am expecting you will say no only.
No, I think maybe the problem with me is I'm trying to see the good in everything. Maybe that's the problem. But
Oh, only
I don't,
here. Otherwise, then all you don't see good. Though. Here you are seeing all good things. So,
you
okay.
know. I think the main thing in terms of all these, trying to suppress all of that, I don't think I've really experienced because I voice out very loudly. I don't care about what people think because at the most they'll say they don't like my idea, nothing more, right? So I am usually very vocal. So maybe that has kind of not made me go through this.
No, but
But
I think okay. I will drop. Sorry,
no,
go ahead.
but
Go ahead.
one thing is usually women in any workplace is less. That's something I've noticed very often. And that is also the point of this episode.
No,
Yeah.
also I feel like not just that. Also, I think if you look at the leadership roles, I don't think
Yes.
so.
There'll be two
So
women in
because
the entire board,
yeah, yeah.
this thing,
In
max.
general, also that also happens where I again it goes back to the point where sometimes they stop at a certain time. In general, they're not ideally asked to aim for those things. Like
No,
in
but again,
normal when they say like
it also happens that people like while interviews also this is what I've heard. I don't know from people's experiences either, but usually it's like if someone is married recently or in the past 2 3 years, they literally check, oh, they might get pregnant, let's not hire. This is
yes,
a
I was
thought
actually
process.
about to say the same thing,
Yeah.
saying pregnancy also kind of actually
Yeah.
make their way into the decision making of people. That also is something which actually goes into that. And these are the kind of the I don't know, is it a rule? I'm a little confused with what we started and what we are going
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
I think, but the
It's
whole
okay.
yeah, the whole idea is yes, these kind of things do exist with
Yes.
the gender roles definitions and stuff, and I think we should change it.
Yes. So, yes, that was the episode today. We went all over the place, talked about everything from sun to moon, and still I have so many things to talk about. More episodes to go.
So
Yes.
if you really want one more episode, please tell us.
No, we are
Please,
not
please
giving this
watch
a
till
choice.
this point. What? Every video I'm asking, no self-respect, huh? No, please watch. Please watch. Please
Please watch,
subscribe.
yes. Yeah. We are losing subscribers at this point. First of all, we have this many. And in that also people are unsubscribing. Tell us what the problem is. At least we'll improve.
Yeah, one unsubscription happened. They are chatting it.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Enough
think.
scolding you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay then. Bye bye.